announcements precede it. It is simply there, when yesterday it was not. The towering tents are varying shapes and sizes, striped in black and white, with an elaborate wrought iron fence encasing them in a colorless world. But it is not open for business, not just yet. A black sign hangs upon the gates, reading "Opens at nightfall, closes at dawn." The circus looks abandoned and empty, until suddenly small lights begin to flicker all over the tents, as if the circus is a sea of fireflies. When it is entirely aglow against the night sky, the sign appears, elaborate and incandescent, Le Cirque de Rêve.
What does that mean? The circus of dreams.
Then the iron gates shudder and unlock, seemingly by their own volition. They swing outwards invitingly. Now the circus is open. Now you may enter.
Bailey sits in an oak tree in the afternoon sun. The circus lays across the field like mountains in the middle of the valley.
At 10 years old, he is dreadfully, hopelessly curious. He is able to squeeze through the fence quite easily. It feels completely empty and still. He can no longer hear the birds. She is just standing there as though she is waiting for him.
You're not supposed to be here. I know. I'm sorry. You should leave before anyone sees you. Which way did you come from? I don't know. Go out this way. You should be fine.
Thank you. You're welcome, Bailey.
He's halfway home when he realizes he never told the girl his name.
You step into a bright open courtyard surrounded by striped tents.
Curving pathways along the perimeter lead away into shadows, turning into unseen mysteries dotted with twinkling lights.
The courtyard is bathed in glowing light, emanating from a bonfire in the center.
The flames are not orange or yellow, but white as snow as they dance. When Bailey is 16, the arguments between him and his parents about his future occur frequently. "You are taking over the farm," is his father's mantra.
Bailey is not at all sure what he wants to do.
He just knows that the wider world holds the most mystery and possibility,
Whereas the farm holds only predictability.
He spends a great deal of time alone outside, reading histories and mythologies and fairy tales, wondering why it seems that only girls are ever swept away from their mundane lives by knights on horseback. His fantasies often lead him to memories of a particular circus from his childhood. All the astonishing tents, the otherworldly feel of it. The circus had vanished as suddenly as it appeared, like a fleeting dream. But here he is all these years later, and once again there are black and white striped tents in the field.
As Bailey starts towards the circus that evening,
He wonders if the red-haired girl might finally be nearby again. The day shifts from sunset to twilight, and the massive sign above the gate sputters and sparks until it shines like a beacon. Le Cirque de Rêve. It's still like nothing Bailey has ever seen. The lights, the costumes, it's all so different. As though he has escaped his everyday life and wandered into another world. He had expected it to be a show, something to sit in a chair and watch. He realizes quickly how wrong he was. It is something to be explored.
you enter the looping path, reading signs, trying to decide. The one that catches your eye reads, "Feats of illustrious illusion." A woman in a silver silk dress enters and raises her hands. The performance is continuous. You slowly realize that because of the shape and closeness of the space, there is no room for mirrors or tricks of the light. Objects vanish and reappear
As Bailey walks around the circus, he sees a tent labeled Fortune Teller.
The ongoing arguments about his own future echoes in his ears as he enters.
Have a seat, please, young man. Now, what do you want to know?
I don't know about my future.
We can see what the cards have to say. You have a journey ahead of you, a great deal of responsibility. You are part of a chain of events that you might not see yourself in at this time. Oh, you're looking for Poppet.
What's a poppet?
Is your name Bailey?
Yes.
Do you like the circus, Bailey?
Well, it's like no place I've ever been. I love it! More than I can say.
That will help.
Help with what?
You might want to go down the path to your right when you leave.
And there she is. The girl is older, as he's expected. She looks as though she's been waiting for him.
Hello, Bailey.
Hello. I don't know your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were never formally introduced. I'm Poppet. Would you like to walk around with me?
Sure.
In the dimly lit room, the illusionist constructs a flock of tiny black and white model tents from scraps of paper. Layers of string hang tangled like a web, cascading from the ceiling. The sensation in the room is identical to standing in the circus, down to the sense of popcorn and caramel lingering in the air. But there's something deeper beneath it, something heavy and ancient underlying the paper and string. The illusionist is lit by candlelight, yet casts no shadows. She pulls the strings of the circus like a puppet master, and what she does could be no mere illusion. Bailey spends his evening with Poppet exploring a tent named The Labyrinth, a dizzying network of chambers, interspersed with hallways containing mismatched doors, rooms that spin and rooms with glowing chessboard floors. One hall is stacked high with suitcases. In another, it is snowing.
How is this possible?
They become briefly locked in a room that looks like a giant metal birdcage. Poppet grows increasingly distressed until Bailey manages to find a hidden key that allows them to traverse the labyrinth onwards. When Bailey leaves the circus, it seems a lifetime ago that he walked in. He is sure that the person he is now is closer to who he is supposed to be than the day before.
Patrons from around the globe write about how they have been changed by their nights at Le Cirque de Rêve.
梦的马戏团
Rap sick của những giấc mơ. Drone circus.
The circus of dreams.
When I attend the circus, I wear all black to better blend in with my surroundings and feel a part of it, but also a scarf in brilliant red as a reminder that I'm at heart a spectator.
It is a simple signal for those in the know. They are enthusiasts, devotees, addicts. Often, just before dawn, there is no color to be seen in the Cirque de Rêve, save for their small splashes of scarlet. Bailey joins Poppet at the circus every night.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
When the circus was here last time and how did you know my name?
It's not easy to explain. I feel things below the surface. When I saw you, I knew your name was Bailey, just like knowing your scarf is green.
Do you feel everything?
No, sometimes just bits of things, and it's often confusing.
Do you feel anything now?
Well, something is wrong. Something with the circus has been off for a while. I can't pinpoint it. I just feel it crumbling around me, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
In a candlelit room over a miniature model of the circus, the illusionist and the fortune teller deliberate in private.
It's happening often now. I lose control of it all, and the circus feels like a stranger. I've carried it for so many years, but I don't know how much longer I can hold on.
But how can we continue without you? Nobody else is capable. If you let go, everything would disappear.
I think it might be possible for someone else to take my place.
Someone exact.
But how can we find anyone quick enough? It could break me at any moment.
I rapped for someone a week ago. He was young, younger than when we began this whole endeavor. And everything was in his cards. Everything! It was like reading for the circus. And that has only happened once before, when I read for you.
Bailey arrived early that dusk before any others, anticipating another night with puppets. But although the circus looks exactly the same, something is off.
It's the smell, he realizes.
It's not caramel, but the heavy scent of something burned and wet. It makes him nauseous.
The gates are open.
It is empty of patrons, but Puppet waits with the illusionist and the fortune teller in the courtyard, where the bonfire used to burn.
Puppet?
Hello, Bailey. We have something to ask of you.
What?
Tonight is our last night here, and I want you to come with us when we leave.
But why? I'm not special, like you.
Remember when we got stuck in the labyrinth, in the room with the birdcage? I've never been stuck. If I can't find my way out, I can concentrate and I can feel it. But I couldn't do it that time, and everything felt unfamiliar. And then you found the key, Bailey. I keep looking for answers, and nothing's been clear except you.
We need you to take over the circus. Right now, it is drifting, like the ship without anchor. It needs someone to hold it in place.
I've seen the circus in your cards.
Do you like it on the farm, Bailey?
Not particularly.
Have you ever wished for someone to come and take you away?
The circus itself feels distant even though he stands within it.
What do you need me to do?
I carry the life of the circus within me, and that I would give to you.
Bailey knows the answer already. The choice was made for him when he was 10 years old, the first time he walked amongst the tents.
I'll do it. I choose the circus. I'll do whatever needs to be done.
Bailey closes his eyes. For a moment, everything is still. He feels a pair of hands resting on his shoulders, a heaviness in his chest. The bonfire bursts to life in crimson flames, that then turn bright white, and the force of the heat pushes Bailey backwards, moving through him like a wave. All around him, lights are popping to life among the tents, flickering like fireflies. There are very few people wandering through Les Cirque de Rêve with you in these pre-dawn hours. Some are wearing red scarves that are particularly vibrant against the black and white. You do not have much time before the sun inevitably rises.
The night that seemed endless before is now slipping through your fingers, ticking by as it falls into the past and pushes you toward the future. You think, as you walk away from Le Cirque de Rêve into the creeping dawn, that you felt more awake within the confines of the circus. You are no longer quite certain which side of the fence is the dream.
story to speak.
Oh, okay.